Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer and today I'm gamesplaining Firenze. If you have watched the gamesplanation of Firenze, you'll understand how the game will work. I've set the game up as a two-player game, red versus blue, so we can get a feel for it and I'll see how far I play. So, red is the start player because he only has two things. We give 3 to the blue player. The very first thing that red needs to now do is to select one of these. Now, because he only has 2, the highest up the line that he can go is this one, because he's going to have to drop off 1 on each of the others. If he takes that one, he'll drop 1 there. If he takes that one, he takes it for free. Storehouse fire is something that happens immediately. When that one is selected, all players are going to put 3 of their bricks back into the bag. So blue currently has 3 bricks, red only has 2. Doing that would mean no one would have any bricks. The Saboteur sits in your hand. When you play it, allows you to take 1 brick off one of the towers of the other player and put it back in the bag. And the Smuggler allows you to switch one of the bricks from your storehouse with the brick of another storehouse. So he thinks to start with he'll take the Saboteur card. So that goes into his hand. He has the choice now to trade 3 of the bricks for 1 brick that's already on a card to get that color back in. He doesn't wish to do that, so he's going to build 2 bricks on white for free. If he puts a 3rd brick on, it'll cost him 1 brick, and it might actually be worth his while, knowing this one's there, it might be worth his while to do that. So he's going to go a 3rd brick on there, and he will get rid of the green brick back into the bag. He could straight away, because he's now got a building up to 3 high, he could straight away take the 2 points, but he thinks he's going to go higher with that one. So to finish up his turn, the cards that are there move down, making them cheaper. We turn out a new card and put 4 tiles onto that card. It is now the other player's turn, blue's turn. Blue also doesn't like the idea of this happening yet, so he's going to be looking up here. He has 3 bricks, so he could take the Smuggler, he could take the Alchemist, or he could take the Architect. The Architect would allow him to turn in a tower and go 1 higher or 1 lower. The Alchemist would allow him to swap one of his bricks for a brick in the bag, so he'd get any color by doing that. At this point, he thinks it's actually worthwhile going after the Architect, so he's going to spend all 3 of his guys to take that into his hand. He can now build. Now, the issue he faces is if he builds 2 bricks of yellow, he doesn't have any yellow left, so he'd have to take the storehouse, or this is likely to get down to costing 3 bricks, which he's only got 2, so he's not going to be able to get that. So it's going to force him to take the storehouse if he builds those 2. So what he might do, just to be safe, is he'll build 1 of yellow and 1 of blue and see where that lands. Flip over the next card. Okay, back to red. He thinks that he might actually take the Smuggler. So I'll put 1 there to pay for that, to grab those bricks. The Smuggler goes into his hand for use whenever he chooses. He must build 1 on top of that building, and then he can choose what he does after that. And he thinks that he will just start building on the single blue. So that's 2 bricks, hasn't cost him anything. You can see the start of the game, they are kind of just feeling the waters, going for a gradual build-up. And this is what's going to happen throughout the game, going to different levels. It's now blue's turn. Blue has to take this if he wishes to keep building on the blue tower, because he can't afford to get that one. So he's going to take that. I haven't found anything in the rules that states the order of this. So this card is going to take out a maximum of 3 tiles. It doesn't state whether these are included. I'm going to assume not. Please comment below if you have found something in the rules that contradicts that. So this one will lose those 2, and this player will lose those 3, or goes into the pouch. That card now goes to the discard pile, and this guy keeps playing. So he builds 1 on yellow and 1 on blue for free. He could pay to build another one, but he thinks he'll sit back for the moment. Move all these down, new bricks onto the card. This player has no spare bricks, so he must take this card, which is the Alchemist. That's going to allow him to trade one of his bricks for a brick in the bag. It's not such a bad card to have, so he'll grab that. Now trade 3 of his bricks for one of the bricks on the card, and he will need a blue if he wishes to keep building on blue, so he's going to go after this one for that blue, and he will pay for it with, he might actually pay with 2 green and a white. He now builds, so he has to build on the blue, he has to build on the white. He has 1 spare, so he can't afford to go to that 3rd piece. He has 5 levels on this. If he turned that in, he would get that, so he'd gain 1 more point, and that would be against the 4. So he might actually do that right now. So he's turning those 5 in, that goes into the bag. He takes one of his seals and puts that on there, which was 4 points. This has 1 more point on it, so that's 5 points for him. These cards then get pushed down, a new one comes out, and it's now Blue's turn. And he thinks that he will take the Mason. That's going to allow him to build for cheaper when he chooses to build. He's going to pass 3 bricks in to grab another yellow, and he thinks he might grab a yellow from here. Build 1 yellow and 1 blue. He builds another yellow and a blue. It would cost him 3 bricks. So what he's going to do is he's actually going to go ahead and do that. 1 yellow and 1 blue, and use that card to pay for him. So it's 3 bricks less, so it doesn't cost him anything. He's trying to get the yellow to level 5 to get this one. Level 4 he could turn in at the moment, but he really wants level 5. And blue, he's at level 4, so he can't turn that in because someone else has that at the moment. So we'll move on to Red's turn. Red really needs a blue tile to keep building on that tower. So he's going to pay 1 brick to take that one, to select anything from the row, so that's probably a useful one later on. I'll put 1 brick on there, and he might actually start a white tower as well. Blue's going to take the Patrician, so he'll pay 1, so he'll take that in. He now needs a blue. Unfortunately, he didn't actually look at it before. There's no blues anywhere on the board. So what that means is he's not going to be able to build on the blue tower. He can build on the yellow tower for sure and get that up to the level 5, so he'll be able to claim that. And he might start a green tower. So because he hasn't built on the blue, he has to tear that down, which means 2 of them go back in the bag. 2 of them go back into his collection, so those 2 back in the bag. Now he's going to claim the yellow tower, so that's a level 5, so that'll be that, which is 7 points. Red already has the level 5 there, so there's no extra points for that. And put that in the bag. Notice that that one had to be claimed before anyone could go after that one or could claim that one. You can build higher than them, but you can't actually claim them. And that one will need to be gone before anyone takes number 3 or 4. I think that gives you a good enough idea of how to play the game and what's going on with it. Just watch those hand limits. You've got a hand limit of 5. They include stuff that's face up on the table, as well as stuff that's in your hand. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplained, please shoot me an email at thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.